This week, follow along for a full day of van life where we show you what it's like for 2 people and a dog to live out of a camper van.
Every summer, I always looked forward to going fishing and camping at Round Mammoth, Mono Lake, going to South Tahoe, because we always stopped in at Bishop at my favorite bakery called Eric's, and it's right off of 395. Summer was always my favorite time of year because I loved being out in the mountains. So I'm really excited to go back to Bishop and revisit Eric's. It's been quite a few years, but their Russian raisin pecan bread is one of my all-time favorites. Joe has never been. I can't wait to share this experience with him, and I hope the bread is as good as I remember. The camper van fits perfectly. Now let's get some bread. It smells really good. You want to sample the ciabatta?
What'd you get? What is that?
Small loaf of extra sourdough bread, but the best part, I got 3 blueberry bagels for 35 cents. So they have a daily deal rack, and every morning they put out day old bread, and it goes on 50% sale. And then if it's 2 days old, it's 35 cents.
I've got my coffee made, and I'm gonna have some sourdough. And it goes really well with my coffee.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
If you guys are ever in the area, definitely stop by. Kate went in and grabbed me a sample of the, what was it, the chili cheese?
Chili cheese bread.
I'm trying not to eat stuff like that anymore, but just that little sample was absolutely delicious. How much do you love your visitor centers?
It's fun to go in.
I see her. She's all the way out there.
He said for the best view of the tufa, we should go to South Tufa.
There are all sorts of new scents and everything here for him. Yep.
Really beautiful dragonflies out here. That's Mono Lake behind us, and this is South Tufa. It is absolutely gorgeous out here.
Kate had her heart set on taking a jumping photo, and this guy and I were total fails. At least it probably looks funny, right?
Here's lunch.
Thank you.
So split peas, green peas, garlic, onion, ginger, hummus.
This looks amazing. Thank you. How's the Washboard Road?
Not too bad. Good morning, everyone. We are at our beautiful dispersed camping spot near Mono Lake. I have Rush Creek right behind me, and back there is Mono Lake. We've got the camper van. I don't know if you can see, but Leo is passed out. Once Joe gets up today, we'll film our day, share that with you guys, so you can get an idea of a slice of camper van life. Leo is getting his morning nap in. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're awake.
I am. And I saw the bread when I got up. And I couldn't resist. I've just been sitting in here eating bread while you were outside talking to everybody.
So once Joe gets out of bed, I get to make it. actually slept in all 4 directions, but we found having our head on the driver's side and our feet on the passenger side to be the most comfortable.
I sleep over there because I don't get up in the middle of the night, so I don't have to worry about crawling over Kate.
Got our laundry bag. It's empty right now.
AKA pillowcase.
I have to show you guys how I open the shades. Imagine the Mission Impossible theme song going. Splana! Now it's time for the van shuffle.
When we first moved into the van, there was a little bit of tension. The reason for that is because Kate would be over here doing something. I would want to make coffee, and only one person can be in the kitchen area at any given time. We've started doing what Kate aptly named the van shuffle. When it's time for me to make coffee, it's time for her to clear out, and vice versa. Once we both kind of got accustomed to this whole shuffling business, things have been much better. And it actually feels like there's a lot of room in here, even though there isn't, because we've learned how to manage that room together. So I used to have this, or still have it, hand grinder. The bulb at the bottom broke, as well as some of the teeth on the grinder, so this is going in the trash. I rescued my old Breville grinder from my mother. All right, let me turn the inverter on. Did you see on one of our videos where I was talking about the truck stop? Someone made a comment that if I had given the guy a urine sample, he would have tested positive for caffeine.
I didn't see that.
That was hilarious. I need to grab my coffee cup. Excuse me, got to do the shuffle.
What's your coffee mug doing over there?
I had it here while we were driving yesterday. There we go. That's the other thing, you learn to crab walk very well. The nice thing about the van is everything is right here. The other thing with van life, you can't leave a lot of stuff sitting out, so as soon as you use it, it goes back. For my coffee making, I'm using an AeroPress. Reason, it makes great coffee, but it also takes up very little room. For you getting me at this hour without having coffee yet, I feel like I'm being very personable this morning. As I'm waiting for this to brew, I'll put everything back so that by the time I'm done with my coffee, I can sit down and enjoy it. Squeeze every last drop out.
We keep our trash can in the bathroom.
Well, it keeps it out of the way. I mean, that's the thing, I think, when a lot of people look at vans, you look at it and think, yeah, you could seat 4 people, there's places to sleep, but you really have to look at it like a lot of people have asked, where do you keep your laundry? Keep it right here on the corner of the bed. Where do you keep your trash can? In the bathroom. There's a lot of things that take up room that you just don't think about when you're looking to buy a new van.
Or converting your own.
Yeah. Of course, there's a Leo hair. That's good. All right, breakfast time. I love peanut butter and bread. Is there really a better combination? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is breakfast. All right, time to shuffle again.
Where are you headed?
The chair behind you.
Okay. To give you an idea of what our living space is like, Joe likes to sit in the passenger seat turned around. He's having his breakfast and coffee, and I like to sit on the bench seat. A lot of people have said, hey, it doesn't recline, but I love sitting upright. It's because I grew up in China and I have good posture. But it's really comfortable here. So, this is our living room.
I'm just trying to enjoy my coffee and bread.
Good morning, bud.
He's like, where's my peanut butter?
Oh.
Good boy.
Hey, bud.
Since the front compartment is, I wouldn't say wasted space, but it's empty space, we use that for putting our backpacks, computers, and a lot of other things over there while we don't need them.
I'm going to get our lunch started. We're gonna have steel cut oats with flaxseed and blueberries.
We like our oats cold. We don't like to cook them.
You could microwave the oats if you want to have it warm. We like it room temp. Plus, we don't have a microwave in the camper van. That was the first thing we deleted.
Because we never use a microwave, so.
And if we do need to reheat food, I use the Instant Pot.
The microwave would normally go up there.
Right here.
You know, I wouldn't mind eating outside, but I'm gonna need to put the awning out. I'm going to secure this side to the van and that side with the rocks. Seems to work better that way. There we go.
Nice up.
It is.
Got our oats and our blueberries.
And some shade.
And some shade. I really enjoy doing the dishes.
Yeah, she actually won't let me do them. That's why I'm sitting out here enjoying my coffee. We got a great email from a subscriber. When you're done, you should check it out.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's a great email. It's really nice when people acknowledge how much work goes into our videos.
People often ask us how Leo does in the heat. Well, I'm here to tell you he typically does quite well, and he loves sunbathing.
We have all this shade, and he decided he wanted to be in the sun.
There he is. There are days like today where it's a lazy Saturday. I sit around, drink coffee, have my breakfast / lunch, take a nap, and then after I get up from the nap, I'm going to start working on the next video. I do have to say though, having that back door open really helps keep the van cool when the sun is directly overhead. Okay, nature calls. And that's how we keep our cassette toilet from filling up too quickly. So when nature calls, we go in nature. All right, time to get to work. I've got to edit the video.
The van life shuffle continues.
Thank you. And that is how you do the van life shuffle.
Time to get to work. All right, show me. The travel Berkey is 1.5 gallons, and if we're on top of filling the top portion, we'll always have enough clean water at the bottom. Too windy?
Yeah, the wind has kicked up quite a bit.
Do you need my help?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'll hold it if you bring it in.
Sure. The wind really picks up out here in the afternoon. It's dinner time.
It's dinner time. I've got to feed Bubs.
And I've got to feed us.
Yep.
I saved our cantaloupe bowls so we can use them as food bowls. And I don't have to wash bowls.
I love it.
So I'm going to make a salad. Does that sound okay?
Yeah. Not only do we have to shuffle, but Leo and I have to shuffle.
He knows.
He does. I'm down here so I can feed this guy. Right, bud? That's why he's trying to follow me in. He knows exactly where I'm going. This is where we keep his 40 pounds of food. By the way, I love this food vault. Keeps everything really fresh. Rodents can't get in, and it's airtight. So unlike a bag, it's not going to open up on me and spill out all over the place. Not everything in van life is graceful. Ugh.
Engage the core.
There you go. Enjoy.
Since I'm making a miso dressing, I need my apple cider vinegar. And my soy sauce. Now I gotta put it back. Alright. Back goes the Berkey. Have to make sure to strap it back in.
Yeah, that's something we definitely don't want to forget before we get on the road.
You need to get by?
Gotta do the shuffle, Leo.
Come on. That's a good boy.
The problems with Huskies, they only shuffle when they want to.
Well, the problem with our Huskies.
Yes. Leo, it's not for you. So aside from the time we went to that Mexican restaurant and they did the hollowed out pineapple thing, this is the first or second time I've ever eaten out of a fruit bowl before. Without actual fruit in it, which is very interesting.
Time for our evening walk. Did you lock the doors?
I did. All locked up. Leo's trying it too. What do you think, bud? Yep. It's a whole lot of crazy out there.
Woo!
This is the first time Leo's ever really been in water. You take him back.
Okay.
My feet are freezing.
Just go all the way in. It feels amazing. Don't get swept away.
It's so cold. Oh, I'm gonna lose the phone. Okay, I'm a wuss. Ooh, things have shrunken a little bit.
Okay, now go back and really get in there.
Oh.
Time to hang up our wet gear.
I know today hasn't been the most exciting day. It is a typical day in van life for us. This has really been a work day. So we have a gorgeous office outside and an amazing view of it from in here. And I'm telling you all of this because a lot of people ask us, what do you guys do for full-time work? We make videos, write articles for the website, and that's basically how we make our living, and we do it in places like this. You know, there are the days when we go out and we spend the entire day on the town, barely see the van. Then there are days like this where we just kind of work, lounge around, make it a lazy day, go jump in an ice cold snow melt river and make a bunch of coffee. My coffee, gonna make my coffee. Now a lot of people have asked about our solar and battery setup and whether or not we can run things. We haven't had to run the engine, so the engine is our generator. It has a under the hood generator. Haven't had to run that once. The sun's been great. Solar has been keeping our batteries topped off, and we've been able to run everything just fine. The fan, the refrigerator, and a few other things in here run off 12 volt, so those can run straight off of the battery. So the batteries are 12 volt, the inverter inverts that to 110. We've had the inverter on almost all day. My laptop, phone, your laptop, running the grinder. We didn't use the Instant Pot today. I hope we're giving you a good idea of what it's actually like to live in the van, to move around in here, how we have our stuff packed, how we do our work. Kate and I actually find it very comfortable in here. We're very happy with the fact that we've moved down to van life. I think the fact that we can get into a place like this, where we never would have fit back here or even dared to come back here in our Class A RV, we do it now with no problem. Okay, back to work.
It's a nice view you've got.
Yeah, same way out that direction.
And out the back.
And ready?
Good morning from Mono Lake. We're still at our dispersed camping spot. It's about 6:30 on Monday. I am taking a walk because our car battery died unexpectedly last night. Joe's trying to figure out a solution back at the van, and I'm hoping to flag down a car, so we'll see what happens. There's someone coming down on a bicycle. Maybe he has a car nearby. So that was Adam, really nice guy. He did say that about 2 miles down that way, there are a couple of cars parked, so I might go grab some gear and walk over there and see if we can find someone to give us a jump. I just flagged down a couple in a Subaru. They just drove down to where we're camped to give us a jump. Whew, I'm glad we found someone.
Well, that was really nice. Trent and Kayla, if you guys are watching this, thank you so much for giving us a jump. Sad to go, but it's time to pack up and move on. I've got a system. The mosquito lantern. That thing came in really handy this morning.
The mosquitoes were swarming.
They were. It was bad. It was almost like the Everglades. Next time, after a week of wild camping, we treat ourselves to a nice hot shower and finally hook up for the first time since we've been on the road. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Click the bell if you want notifications on new videos. And if you want to start the camper van series from the beginning, click up here. Thank you so much for watching. See you next Wednesday.